Hi everybody, it's Paul. This video is about TCI pickups. I want to try to explain TCI pickups in layman's terms, in simplistic, easy to understand ways, so that you can, when you pick up the guitar, get an idea of what we were trying to do with all the different TCI pickups that are out. TCI stands for tuned capacitance and inductance. This is a coil, it's a pickup coil. It resonates just like a whistle resonates at a note. It's a capacitor, and it's an inductor, and it's a resistor all at the same time. So by definition, resistance is how hard the electricity is to get through the device, how resistive it is. Capacitance, by definition in layman's terms, is how much bass will it allow through. And in inductance, in layman's terms, by definition, as how much high end it'll let through. But when you put them together, they resonate like a whistle. They resonate with a ooh or ah, e or a note. They have a note to them. It resonates a certain note. It resonates how loud that note is and how wide that note is. And this is the way it's done in EQs. In consoles that you record with, it's done this way a lot. And we're approaching pickups that way. So as the industry understands, there's a lot of factors in a pickup that make a difference in all this. The wire gauge, the coating thickness, the number of turns, how you pot the pickup, which is the wax that's in the coil, the magnet strength, the design, whether it's humbucking, whether it's single coil, how tall the pickups are, how wide the coil is. I mean, I can go on and on and on around parameters that these pickups have. But when we figured out how to be able to tune them exactly the way that we wanted, it was just like a whole new world. We've gotten to the point where we can actually tune the things the way we want. We give them the note that they want. It would be like two people talking. You would have your sister and your brother talking, and they say the same sentence back and forth. Every single time they talk, you know which person is talking from the resonance in their voices. You know that. And we've figured out how to do this with pickups, and I'm going to give you an example. I've brought two guitars here. There's a McCarty and a Silver Sky, and you can hear those tuned notes that we did in both the guitars. So I'm going to start with the McCarty, and I'm going to just use the bass pickup, and you'll get an idea of the bass note that's been tuned in it and the high note that's been tuned in it, and you can hear all those notes in every note that I'll play, and then I'll do the same thing with the Silver Sky, and we'll go back and forth so you can hear it. So here's a McCarty. It has a 5815 LT TCI bass pickup in it, and you can hear there's a high note in there. And no matter what note I play, that high note is the same kind of high note. And the bass note, the same kind of bass note in all those notes that I played. You can hear it like the difference between different people talking. It has a voice to it. So here's a Silver Sky. You can hear it has a different high note, and the bass note is not as loud, and it's in a different place. But if I go back and forth, which is what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play the same lick over and over and over again on the different guitars. And as you go back and forth in the video, you'll be able to very, very clearly hear it, okay? So what John Mayer and PRS has done is pick the note we like with this guitar. And with the other guitar, with McCarty, we've picked the notes that we want. And these pickups are tuned exactly the way we want. And we think both are beautiful and both are different. And this whole TCI thing is about not being a victim to those notes, but actually being able to tune them in exactly the way we want by getting the capacitance of the coils and the inductance of the coils and the resistance of the coils and the magnets and all this stuff exactly where we dreamed it could be. And that's what the whole TCI thing is. Maybe a little confusing at first, what's that really mean? But for us at PRS, it's about being able to tune the pickups in like parametric EQs exactly the way we wanted it to sound. It's kind of like mastering the pickups. It's just joyous to us that we can do it, that we have the machinery to measure and be able to get this right. It's just heaven on earth. Anyway, that's a layman's version of TCI, everybody. That was a mouthful. See ya, bye.